Uh-oh, let me get my lights on. There we go. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. I got my cup of water. I hadn't had enough water today, so I needed some more water in me. And that is our habit this month, drinking our water. So get on in here, everybody. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we're going to do something, even if it's wrong. So come on in. Uh, I just heard Mark Lowry sing his entrance song. Come on in, sit up straight, and tell me how you been. I love Mark Lowry. He makes me happy when he sings to us. He likes to sing with us and to us, and he's just happy he can't hear us singing. So come on in. Got some water. Whew. I've been working hard today. Some might seem like I'm hardly working, but I'm listening to pastors. I've listened to Pastor Hagen today and uh, Pastor Greg Locke. He had a great Father's Day sermon yesterday. It was it was hard to listen to. It was hard to listen to, but it was still a good sermon. Good sermon. You know, some of us were raised with good daddies. Some had absentee daddies. Some had bad stepdaddies. But they all taught us something. And I'm thankful for all the daddies. I had Justin's granddaddy L.E. was a great example of a father to me. A great example. Somebody has some raspberry lemonade. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I was looking for the memorial service with Pat Robertson and I couldn't find it. Where was it? I didn't know where to look. So if you've got a link to it, let me know. Let me know where it was because I was looking for it. I never watched many of his shows, but I knew who he was. And Tim Dutch Sheets talked about going to his service today. So I was interested to watch. Day 10 of recovery from a cranial. I don't know what that word is. Sounds like brain something. Anyway, I'm looking at your comments. Well, Tina, I'm glad you're here. Come on in. Just tell me where it was. Lorraine, just tell me where it was. And I'll go look for it. Skull brain tumor surgery. Oh, praise the Lord, your day 10 recovery. Wow. I know Amanda Grace, she has been in Israel with her husband Chris and Tom Holman, former, he worked for the government somehow with border security. And they've been having the time of their life in Israel. I've been seeing their shorts and she's explaining where she is. And it's just beautiful. I can't wait for them to get home though. I miss her words on YouTube. Okay, I'll search for it, Lorraine, on YouTube. Let's see. The boy we prayed for that was missing was found safe and is home with his family. Praise the Lord, Angela. Praise the Lord. Let's see. Kathy got her bedroom thoroughly dusted. I use this thing. I have a huge headboard, and this thing gets behind the headboard, and it makes it easy to dust my headboard. Well, I'll watch it as soon as the show's over. I'll do that. Was it yesterday or today? Citrus Heights. Is that in California? We've got cloudy, overcast skies today. I've got every light on in the house, and Robert comes through and shuts every light off. He doesn't realize that I have to do it for my sanity. I like having the lights on. Robert would, when we got married, this house was built in the 70s, and they didn't put a lot of windows in. So every room was just, yeah, it had a window in it, but it was small windows, dark windows. And I have to have light. I have to have light. So the kitchen had one little window in it, and it was just so dark. And it had dark countertops and dark cabinets. And it was just, so we got married in 96. By 2000, we started remodeling. We remodeled in 2000 and started in July and ended up in October, right before Thanksgiving. And Mother passed away in December. And it was just, we opened her up. I'm telling you, it's just like, we're going to put a window here. And the kitchen was 3 walls of windows. One, the end was doors. And Robert has gone through his closet today, y'all, and pulled out pants that were too big for him. He was determined not to get back in them. He said if he has to get back in them, he will buy new ones. More power to him, you know? If you save your fat clothes, you're going to get back in them. When we get home from Chinese, when we eat Chinese dinner, I'm always really thirsty. I guess because I have to have soy sauce and wasabi for my sushi. That's what I go there for. I like sushi. And what I do is just I get thirsty. So Robert, when we get home, I'll ask him for some lime water. And we have this machine that puts bubbles, carbon dioxide, into the water. Now we don't put any sugar or anything in it. And he'll put a splash of lime. Well, last time he put lime in, it like took out my glands. It was so tart because he likes it really tart. And so he said, I cut back on the lime for you a little bit. And I said, thank you. Yeah, I got my tank top on. It's warm, but it's not hot. And sometimes I just want to be cool, even though I'm way past menopause. Way past menopause. Y'all include the states where you say you're from. Like, where's Folsom? Because I know a lot, but not what kind of lime product. It's key lime juice. It's key lime. You can get it in the grocery store. Just a splash of lime, which makes it nice. And we have lemon in our tea all the time. We love our lemon juice. We get Minute Maid lemon juice. It's frozen in the freezer section. This other is in the canned goods section, in the regular part of the store. Ellie, you've been busy. If you did 7 rooms, that's That's hard to do. More power to you. You just have to sit and relax sometimes. I think we're going to have Mexican for dinner. I've been craving some quesadillas. I didn't have much for lunch. I had half an apple and I split a grilled cheese with the dog and the cat. They love it when I cook because I share with them. Pam, just do one detailed cleaning thing a day. That's what our missions are all about. Your missions come in. Let's see what our missions are for where is it? There we go. Let me find Rebecca. Go back. Next week we're in zone 5. Go back. Zone 4 missions. Today's mission, if you choose to accept it. Are you ready for your mission? We're doing a lot of decluttering this week. I don't want you to get overwhelmed, and make sure you use your timer. I want you to start to get rid of everything that's under your bed. Oh my. We only have a cat bed under there. Seriously, you will love the way your room feels when there's nothing under your bed. I know there are going to be it's going to be one of those days. I have no other place to store things. Well, go through the things and find a home for the things that you really love and get rid of the rest. Take 15 minutes and work on this. Don't let it consume you or overwhelm you. Just 15 minutes now and then, every time you can, spend an extra 15 minutes until you get rid of the clutter. And if you have a treadmill in your room that you never use and it gets piled up with clothes like a clothes horse, it's time to move that thing out of there. I don't know what sarsaparilla tea is. Star, tell me your recipe for sarsaparilla tea. I have a sassafras tree in my backyard, one that's 20 feet tall and one that's just about 2 feet tall. And last couple years ago, Robert cut the little sassafras tree off at the bottom. And one night, as because I look out at the little sassafras tree, and if you don't know about a sassafras tree has 3 types of leaves. It has one that looks like a mitten, and one that looks like a mitten with another thumb on it, and it's another type of leaf. It's got 3 different types of leaves, and Robert just cut it down. He didn't know I like that tree because I never said anything to it. I just look out the bedroom window at night as I'm getting in the bed. He's already in the bed. The dog's already in the bed. And I look out and I see this little sassafras tree. And I remember our grandfather telling us about the sassafras tree and then cutting a little piece of it, the bark that we could chew on. And it tasted like root beer, sassafras. And I think they used the roots to make root beer or something. I don't know what all, but it was a lovely, lovely memory that I would remember every night when I would look at that sassafras tree. And I would thank the Lord for such a godly man that raised my mama from the time she was about 8 or 10 years old, probably 10. And because I don't know when Granny and Papa got married. Mother's daddy died when she was 8. So it was I just saw a reflection in my phone, and there's a big old moth dead in that lamp overhead. So I have to get that cleaned out. So I think it's what is that in that? Anyway, I think about Papa every time, and he died when he was 58, I believe. He had a heart attack. Dina and Leanne were at his house when that happened. Patty and I were at home, and but it was spring vacation, and that was a long. I was in high school. Patty and I were both in high school. It was quite a traumatic experience for us. Yeah, it was, and well, I have a Roomba that gets under our bed, so it pretty much keeps our under the bed clean. But I'm scared to get under that bed. I really am. I can raise up both ends of the bed. Our bed raises up, and that way I could see under there and run the mop if I needed to clean it. But I think about Pawpaw every time I see a sassafras tree. And I looked out one night and the tree wasn't there. And I said, "What happened to my little sassafras tree?" Well, I cut it down. It was just a no count little tree. I said, "Wasn't no count to me." I love that little tree. Um I thought about my grandfather every time I looked at it. So God knew how much I loved that tree, and it came back from the roots. And so in the next few months, I noticed something poking up out of the ground, and it started growing again. And now it's back about 2 feet tall. But we have a huge sassafras tree that I had never ever noticed, and it's about 20 feet tall. And then we have a rhododendron that's starting to bloom. It got its first bloom on it yesterday. We get sassafras concentrate to add to a gallon of water and would make tea from them. Oh my. Hmm. Anyway, it's what you remember, you know? I remember chewing on a little stick, and he told us that they used to use the sassafras little branches as a toothbrush. It tastes like root beer. Tastes like root beer. I like root beer. Anyway, anything that makes you drink more liquid is good. It's a good thing. Anyway, y'all, just keep in mind the things we think about, we bring about. So think about only good stuff. Don't think about bad things. Don't think about bad things. Just enjoy the day. Don't beat yourself up. We talk about being good, kind, and sweet. Being good to yourself is the most important thing, because if you beat yourself up, what are you telling other people to do to you? Be kind to others. And I'm so thankful all of y'all are in here today. I know people are having the day off and got better things to do, and I appreciate y'all being here. And I haven't sent out this morning's show yet. I need to do that. I'll get that done. Got sidetracked working on other things. So be good to yourself. Be kind to others by having a smile or remembering them in some way. And check out Hadley's book. Look up Nurse Hadley in between on Amazon, and you can find her book. It is a beautiful book. I wouldn't take anything for reading it. I wouldn't take anything for reading it. I loved it. I loved the book. She did such a good job writing and reading the book. I picked it up on Audible, but I think I'm going to need a copy of it. I did send a copy of it to Julie, who was Ben's girlfriend when he passed away, and she was one of his caregivers, and she will appreciate the book. She will appreciate the book. I hadn't thought about it tasting like root beer in a long time. But maybe Robert will find one out in the woods and dig it up and bring us some roots in so we can dry them and turn it into sassafras extract or something. Mountain people have lots of little tips like that. Lots of tips. Anyway, folks, be good, kind, and sweet. Be good to yourself. And come back in here tomorrow. We're going to talk about Plan and Play Day. We're in Zone 4, our bedroom. And let's see if I see what the mission is for tomorrow. You're going to be getting it in just a little bit Tuesday. This week we're in Zone 4, the master bedroom. Yesterday we cleaned out from under the bed. Today we're cleaning out the top of the bed. Have you been using your bed as temporary storage for clean clothes, dirty clothes, and other stuff? Your mission today is to clear this off and put it away. When you have finished, make your bed, and it will make you feel great to walk into your room with a made bed. Anyway, get your sheets back on your bed from this. Why do people? It's a national holiday. Yeah, it's not a holiday that we've ever had. It's a new holiday. Yep, that's what it is. Now, the reason they celebrate it on this day, the 19th, is not the day the people where I grew up celebrated. They celebrated August the 8th because that's when they heard about the Emancipation Proclamation in 1865 was August the 8th. So that's when it's before social media or anything. So I used to work with a young man named Sammy, and he was a great bowler, and he could fix anything, and he could put down floor like you wouldn't believe. I worked with him for about 10 years, and he wouldn't work on August the 8th. He wouldn't do it. That was his 4th of July. And we didn't mind. He would take off. It wasn't a holiday, but it was a holiday to him because his people celebrated that day. Cleaned under the bed and found an order I'd lost. Wow. So as the Emancipation Proclamation made its way across the country. Different people have different days to celebrate, but then they decided on one day, June 19th. But I didn't know it was going to be a holiday until Friday because I don't know that it's on our calendars. Anyway, I think it was put into place by a presidential order. Anyway, I love you all. I will see you later. See you later. We got lots of stuff coming up. We're a couple of weeks out from the 4th of July, too. No bank, no mail. That's when we give people a day off at the office. When you've got no mail and no banks, you really can't work. Okay. Biden signed it in 2021. That's good to know. Anyway, devotional. I keep forgetting to bring my little devotional book back here. I'll get it back here. Anyway, we all learned something new. I love you all. I will see you later. And I'm going to get the little devotional, bring it in here, and put it on my mic stand. See you later. Bye.